Morning students. So in this session we will learn about ionic strength. What is meant by ionic strength? The ionic strength of a solution is a measure of electrical intensity due to the presence of ions in the solution. This ionic strength is denoted by mu. This ionic strength is denoted by mu. So ionic strength of a solution is a measure of the electrical intensity due to the presence of ions in the solution. It is given as half of the sum of all the terms obtained by multiplying the concentration of each ion by square of its valency. So in that formula, mu is equal to half into summation of Ci Zi square, where C represents concentration, which is expressed in terms of molality, and Z represents the valency of that particular ion present in that solution. So half into summation of Ci Zi square. If you expand that, ionic strength is given by mu is equal to half into C1 Z1 square plus C2 Z2 square plus C3 Z3 square plus so on. So this is ionic strength. Okay students, now calculate the ionic strength mu of the following electrolytes. Calculate the ionic strength. See here, in the previous case, C1, C2, C3 are concentrations, Z1, Z2, Z3 are valencies of various ions present in the solution. Now, let us do this numerical. Calculate the ionic strength of the following electrolytes: 0.1 or molar solution of KCl, CaCl2, Na3PO4. So, now how to solve it? So, mu of K plus Cl minus, right? First of all, I am doing for first one. What is that? KCl solution. So ionic strength of KCl means K plus Cl minus is equal to half into how many ions are there? 2 ions are there. How many ions are there? 2 ions are there. Half into C1 Z1 square plus C2 Z2 square. So that is equal to half into, so what is the C1 concentration here students? C1, that is 0.1. Z1, what is Z1 here? I am taking charge on potassium, that is plus 1 whole square, plus C2, here you can take it as 0.1 into Z2 means minus 1, charge on chloride ion, minus 1 whole square. So we will get how much students? Half into 0.1. So how much you will get? 0.2 by 2. So that is equal to 0.1. That is ionic strength of KCl. Now, for calcium chloride, how you are going to do this? CaCl2. So for CaCl2, suppose if you split this CaCl2, Ca2 plus plus 2Cl minus, right? So initial concentration, initial here how much it is given? Initial concentration 0.1, and here it will be 0 and 0. So at equilibrium, final concentration, final means total gets consumed, 0 it will become, here it will be 0.1 and here it will be 2 into 0.1. I have to take 2 into 0.1. So now, so that is final concentration for chloride ion here. What is the final concentration of chloride ion? 0.2, right? Now molality of Ca2 plus ion. So what is the molality of Ca2 plus ion? Molality of Ca2 plus ion, we have to take it as 0.1. Valency, what is the valency? That is equal to plus 2, right? Next, molality of chloride ions, total molality of Cl minus ion, how much you will take? 0.2, right? From that you will get 0.2. And valency of chloride ion, valency it will be minus 1, right? So now let us apply the formula. Mu of CaCl2 is equal to half into C1 Z1 square, 2 ions only, C2 Z2 square. So substitute here, that is equal to half into C1 how much? 0.1, 0.1 into 2 square plus C2 0.1, sorry, C2 0.2 into minus 1 whole square. You take like that. So finally, how much you will get, students? If you solve, so here you can take it as C1, this is C1 and this is Z1, this is C2 and this is Z2. Like that you can substitute and finally you will get the answer. So how much you will get, students, here? If you calculate, you will get 0.3. So like that, third sum, Na3PO4 is given. So first you split that one. Na3PO4 splits into 3Na plus PO4 3 minus, right? So it will split like that. Now, initial concentration, how much you will get it? Here you take initial concentration, how much it is given? 0.1 molal, and here 0, 0. So final concentration you take. Final concentration, so finally it will become 0, and here 3 into 0.1 it will become, and here it is 0.1. So right, so 3 into 0.1, that is equal to, you can take it as 0.3, right? Now valency of Na plus ion. What is the valency of Na plus? It is equal to 1 plus 1. So molality of Na plus, how much, students? Na plus 0.3. Next, valency of phosphate ion, PO4 3 minus. So you can take it as 3, approx minus 3, okay, 3. So molality of PO4 3 minus, how much, students? 0.1. Okay, now ionic strength of Na3PO4 is equal to half into 2 ions only, C1 Z1 square plus C2 Z2 square. So anything you can take. So if you consider this one as C1, this one as Z1, consider this one as C2, consider this one as Z2. Substitute here, half into C1 1 into 0.3 whole square plus C2 3 into 0.1 whole square. So substitute this. Finally, if you solve this one, how much you will get? 0.3 into 1 square. Oh, concentration we did wrong. Sorry. C1 how much, students? See, this is Z1, this is C1. Here reverse we have taken. See, students, be careful. Here this is Z1, this is C1. Substitute carefully. So C1 is how much? 0.3. Sorry. C1 is 0.3 into 1 square plus C2 means 3 into 0.1 whole square. So you will get the answer. Okay, students. Now that you calculate. See, next one. Calculate the ionic strength of the solution made by mixing the equal volume of 0.01 molal KCl and 0.02 molal AlCl3. So ionic strength of a solution made by mixing equal volumes of 0.01 molal KCl and 0.02 molal AlCl3. After mixing, what will be the concentration of? See, here they are telling equal volumes. So after mixing, concentration of KCl is equal to 0.01 by 2 becomes, because equal volumes now. So 0.01 by 2, 0.005 molal. So after mixing, concentration of AlCl3 is equal to, what is the concentration given? 0.02 by 2 becomes 0.01, because equal volumes it is given. So I am taking this. So concentration, from that you can write concentration of K plus ion is equal to 0.005 molal. So concentration Z1 is equal to how much? 1 charge. At the same time, concentration of Cl minus is equal to, be careful here, 0.005. This is the concentration from KCl plus, this is a common ion. So 3 into 0.01, because 3 chloride ions are there in AlCl3. That's why I am taking 3 into 0.01. See here, concentration of AlCl3. In this is 3 times you have to take. This is from AlCl3. Okay. So finally, if you calculate this, you will get 0.035 molal. Okay. So concentration of K plus, and this is taken as Z1, and concentration of Cl minus, how much, students? This one, and you have to take this one as Z2. So Z2, so actually chloride ion concentration, here Z2 you can take it as 1. Next, concentration of Al3 plus is equal to how much? 0.01 you can take molal. So Z2 is equal to how much? Valency of Al3 plus 3. So you substitute here, ionic strength mu is equal to half into C1 Z1 square plus C2 Z2 square plus C3 Z3 square. So you can take anything, half into, so C1, which one we will take? Z1 related to Z1, that is C1 means how much? Concentration of K plus. So how much concentration of K plus? 0.005 into 1 square plus C2. C2 how much? C2, I am taking chloride, okay? Chloride ion concentration as C2. 0.035 into 1 square plus C3, concentration of Al3 plus, that is 0.01 into 3 square. So if you substitute this all, you will get the answer. Next, see this question. A current strength of 96.5 ampere is passed through 10 seconds through 1 liter of solution of 0.1 molar aqueous copper sulfate solution. Calculate the pH of the solution. See, aqueous copper sulfate solution, you know, electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution. So what you are going to get the products? So at anode, what is liberated? Already you know, oxygen gas is liberated at anode, and at cathode copper is liberated at cathode. So that is a thing, basic information. Next what we have to do, a current of strength is given. So what he is asking, current strength of 96.5 amperes is passed for 10 seconds. So 1 liter of solution it has given. So how to know equivalence of current here? Equivalence of current we have to take. Calculate the pH of the solution. First, how to calculate H plus ion? You know already pH of the solution, pH is equal to minus log of H plus ion concentration base 10. So you know this formula. So how to calculate H plus ion concentration from this? So here what we have to do is equivalence of current is equal to, I have to take 96.5 I into T 10 seconds by 96,500 coulombs, that is 1 Faraday. So equivalence of current, first you have to calculate. If you solve this, you will get 0.01 equivalence. So Q by Faraday you have to do, that is Q is equal to IT by 96,500. So equivalence of current is equal to 96.5 into 10 by, that is 0.01 equivalents you will get. Now from this you can write 0.01 can be written as 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2 equivalents of copper is equal to 10 power minus 2 equivalents of oxygen, that is equal to 10 power minus 2 equivalents of H plus ions, that is equal to 10 power minus 2 Faraday. This one you have to understand. Equivalent mass, last is stoichiometry. 10 power minus 2 equivalents of copper is equal to 10 power minus 2 equivalents of oxygen is equal to 10 power minus 2 equivalents of law of equivalence. That is this is called law of equivalence. That is application. So from this you can calculate H plus ion concentration in terms of normality. You know formula normality is equal to, so normality here, instead of that I am writing H plus ions concentration. Indirectly concentration is expressed in terms of normality. So normality of H plus ion concentration is equal to number of gram equivalents by volume in liter. So that is called number of gram equivalents. Here we can take it as 10 power minus 2 by volume. He is telling 1 liter only. So that is equal to, finally you will get 10 power minus 2 normal. That is a normality. In terms of normality we got. So finally pH is equal to minus log of H plus ion concentration, that is equal to minus log of 10 power minus 2. So you can take it as 2. Next, 1 Faraday electricity is passed through 10 liter of a solution of aqueous solution of NaCl. Calculate the pH of the solution. 1 Faraday of electricity is passed through 10 liters of a solution of aqueous solution of NaCl. Calculate the pH. So aqueous NaCl solution on electrolysis. Aqueous NaCl solution on electrolysis. What you are going to get? Chlorine gas is liberated at anode. Hydrogen gas is liberated at cathode. Chlorine gas is liberated at anode, hydrogen gas is liberated at cathode. So, and what OH minus ions, if you write the redox equations, OH minus ions are in the solution. So this is the key point. Aqueous NaCl on electrolysis, we will get this. Already you can search the notes, how redox equations are there. So here what relation you have to bring is 1 Faraday is equal to 1 equivalent of hydrogen. Remember that 1 Faraday is equal to 1 equivalent of hydrogen gas, that is equal to 1 equivalent of chlorine, that is equal to, in terms of gram equivalents, this is called law of gram equivalents, 1 equivalent of OH minus ions. 1 equivalent of OH minus ions. 1 Faraday, 1 equivalent of chlorine is equal to, what you will write here? 1 equivalent of OH minus ions. So next, from this you can write OH minus ion concentration, that is simply normality, that is equal to number of gram equivalents by volume in liters. Normality definition, students. So number of gram equivalents 1 by, here volume in liters it is given as 10. Is it given? Volume in liters 10 liters. Read the question. 1 Faraday. Okay, 10 liters it is given in the question itself. So that is equal to 10 power minus 1, right? That is our OH minus ion concentration. Now POH is equal to, what is the formula? Minus log base 10 of OH minus ion concentration, that is equal to minus log base 10 of 10 power minus 1, that is equal to 1. POH is equal to 1. Then what about pH? You already know pH plus POH is equal to what, students? 14. That implies you have substitute this formula, pH plus 1 is equal to 14. That implies pH is equal to how much, students? 13. Next, a solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed. A solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed for 10 minutes with a current of 1.5 ampere. What is the mass of copper deposited at cathode? So here, very easy bit. So you already know Q is equal to IT. Q, I means how much here? 1.5 amperes into 10 minutes, 10 into 60 seconds, 10 into 60, right? So that is equal to 600 seconds. 600 seconds. Sorry. Okay. Total, that Q value, that is Q is equal to, you will get in terms of coulombs, right? 600 coulombs. Q value is 600, right? According to the equation, copper sulfate na splits into CuSO4 gives rise to Cu2 plus plus SO4 2 minus, right? Now here redox reaction, Cu2 plus plus 2 electrons gives rise to Cu. So here from this 2 Faraday of electricity, so from this yesterday we have 2 moles of electrons means 2 Faraday. 2 Faraday is required. That implies 2 Faraday means 2 into 96,500 coulombs. Coulombs of electricity is required in order to deposit 1 mole of copper, means as per the equation 1 mole of copper, 63.5 grams of copper. Now what he is asking there, for 900 coulombs you have to calculate. For 900 coulombs, how much? X. So X is equal to 63.5 into 900 by 2 into 96,500. So solve this one. So we will get approximately 0.295 grams like that. Do it. Next. Read the question. In the electrolysis of 7.2 liters of aqueous copper sulfate, a current of 9.65 amperes passed for 2 hours. Calculate the weight deposited at cathode. Calculate the volume of oxygen produced at anode at 27 degrees Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure. Calculate the pH of the solution after electrolysis. So do this one. So how you will solve this one? Very easy. See, when aqueous copper sulfate on electrolysis, na, so at cathode what happens here? Already we have discussed in the notes. So at cathode Cu2 plus plus 2 electrons gives rise to Cu, right? Next at anode 2H2O gives rise to O2 plus 4H plus plus 4 electrons. This is the thing which happens at 4H plus plus 4 electrons. So these are the equations which we observe at cathode and anode, right? So next, what we have to do? Calculate the weight of copper deposited, he is asking. So first, quantity of electricity we have to calculate actually. See here, first we will calculate number of Faradays is equal to Q by 96,500. That is equal to Q means what is the formula? IT by 96,500. That is equal to I means how much? 9.65 into seconds. Time how much? 2 hours. 2 hours means 2 into, convert the 2 hours into, convert the 2 hours into, again I substitute, wait. So I means how much, students? I 9.65 time 2 hours, 2 into 60 into 60, convert them into seconds, so divided by 96,500. So you solve this one, you will get 0.72 Faraday, number of Faradays. Next, after that, first question, what is the redox equation involved in that? Cu. So in order to deposit here 2 Faraday means 2 moles of electrons means 2 Faraday. So for 2 Faraday, how much copper is deposited? 63.5 grams of copper is deposited. Now for 0.72 Faraday, we have to do. For 0.72 Faraday, how much? X. So solve this. X is equal to 63.5 into 0.72 by 2. So we'll get the X value. Next, B. What he asked, B question read. Calculate the volume of oxygen produced at anode at 27 degrees Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure. At 27 degrees Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure. You know already equation what we got at anode. 2H2O gives rise to O2 plus 4H plus 4 electrons. So from this equation only you frame one thing. 4 moles of electrons means 4 Faraday. So if you use 4 Faraday of electricity, how many moles of oxygen? You will get here 1 mole of oxygen. How many moles of oxygen you will get? 1 mole of oxygen. Next, for 4 Faraday, 1 mole of oxygen is required. For 0.72 Faradays of electricity, how much? X. So X is equal to 0.72 by 4. How much you will get? 0.18. Next, C. Again, the same anode reaction I am taking. 2H2O gives rise to O2 plus 4H plus 4 electrons. So here 4 Faraday. For 4 electrons means here for 4 Faraday. For 4 Faraday, of electricity, 4 moles of H plus are released, right? Now for 0.72 Faraday, for 0.72 Faraday of electricity, how many moles of H plus are released? X. So for 4. So here X value how much you will get? 4 into 0.72 by 4. So here also you will get 0.72 Faraday, 0.72 moles of H plus, right? So after getting, so I want H plus ion concentration, means is equal to number of moles by volume in liters. Formula, molarity formula, students. So 0.72 by volume in liters, how much? Volume in liters, 7.2. What is the volume given? Read the question. 7.2 liters volume is given in the question itself. So finally you are going to get 10 power minus 1 molar. So next, pH is equal to minus log of H plus base 10. That is equal to minus log base 10 of H plus how much? 10 power minus 1. So that is equal to 1. Right, that is the pH. You can do in this manner, students. Next question. I think is it not clear for you? So next, what is the volume of oxygen liberated at anode at STP in electrolysis of cadmium sulfate when a current of 2 amperes is passed for 8 minutes? So here cadmium sulfate, you know, cadmium sulfate on electrolysis you are going to get Cd2 plus plus SO4 2 minus. Now number of Faradays, formula, what is the formula? Number of Faradays, previously we did not, that is equal to Q by 96,500, that is equal to Q means I into T by 96,500. So that is equal to, I means how much? 2 amperes. Time 8 minutes. 8 into 60 by 96,500. So if you solve this one, 0.0099, that is equal to 0.001 Faraday. So how much you will get? 0.2 into time, how much given? 8 minutes means 8 into 60. So finally you will get 0.0099. So this can be written as 0.001 Faraday you can take approximately, round off it. So this one, that means 10 power, how much? 10 power minus 3 Faraday. 10 power minus 3 Faraday. So generally in aqueous solution, this is aqueous cadmium sulfate, means water will be there. So what is the equation? At anode, oxygen plus 4H plus 4 electrons. This is a common equation. So this reaction takes place at anode. So from that equation, what you can write? 4 Faraday. 4 moles of electrons means 4 Faraday of electricity will bring 1 mole of oxygen, right? Will give 1 mole of oxygen. So 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters at STP. Do you know that or not? 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters at STP, right? Now from this 4 Faraday of electricity equivalent to 22.4 liters of oxygen gas at STP. Now what is the Faraday? Number of Faraday, how much we got? 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 Faraday equivalent to X. Do this. So X is equal to 22.4 into 10 power minus 3 by 4. And finally how much you are going to get? 0.056 liters of oxygen. Okay students, next. .4. Now this one you see students, here molten NaCl on electrolysis. So here also what are the relations? Here electrolysis of molten NaCl. So first of all, before going to do that, I am doing number of Faradays I am calculating. So number of Faradays is equal to Q by 96,500. So that is equal to IT by 96,500, right? Now to substitute here, I value how much students? Current time value 5.5, I value 5.5 and time value 25 minutes means 25 into 60 seconds by 96,500. You calculate this one and you will get number of Faradays 0.085 Faraday. So first I did this. Next, after that, what is the equation at anode? At anode, generally equation 2Cl minus this is Cl2 plus. Oxidation takes place at anode. 2 electrons, right? So 2 Faraday of electricity. 2 electrons means 2 Faraday. 2 Faraday of electricity will give 1 mole of chlorine gas. 1 mole of chlorine gas means 71 grams of chlorine. So next, so for 2 Faraday, 71 grams of chlorine. So from this 2 Faraday of electricity equal to 71 grams of chlorine. Now how many Faraday? Previously we calculated 0.085 Faraday equal to how many grams of chlorine? X. So X is equal to 71 into 0.085 by 2. Like that you have to do. Next 3.56. Read the question properly. What weight of nickel is plated out in an electrolysis of aqueous nickel sulfate and takes place to deposit 2 grams of silver in a silver coulometer that is arranged in series with. So this is two electrolytic cells are arranged in connected in series. Faraday's second law you have to apply. So according to that Faraday's second law, weight of nickel deposited divided by weight of silver deposited is equal to equivalent weight of nickel divided by equivalent weight of silver. Equivalent weight of nickel divided by equivalent weight of silver. So here from this, first in brackets you calculate. Here I am drawing equivalent weight of silver is equal to atomic weight of silver by number of electrons transferred or n factor. What is the number of electrons transferred for silver? Ag plus electrons. Then number of electrons transferred or n factor. Atomic weight of silver 107.8 by n factor is 1. So in the same manner, equivalent weight of nickel is equal to atomic weight of nickel divided by valency. Ni2 plus na n factor 2. N factor is 2, or valency you can take. Ni2 plus 2 electrons gives rise to Ni. From that, number of electrons transferred 2. That is nothing but here valency. So equivalent weight of nickel, how much you will get, students? Atomic weight of nickel, how much? 58.7 by 2. So now you place it here. Weight of nickel. Weight of nickel is equal to weight of silver into equivalent weight of nickel divided by equivalent weight of silver. So here weight of nickel is equal to weight of silver, how much? Students, weight of silver 2 into equivalent weight of nickel 58.7 by 2 by equivalent weight of silver 107.8 by 1. So you do this calculation, you will get the weight of nickel. Very important, 445 grams of nickel is deposited. Next, what amount of aluminum is deposited on electrolysis of molten Al2Cl3 when a current and time is given? Very easy, students. So you already know molten Al2O3. Molten Al2O3. So here Al2O3 splits into 2Al3 plus 3O2 minus. So number of Faradays you know how to calculate first. Number of Faradays is equal to Q by 96,500 coulombs. That is equal to IT by 96,500. What is the current, students, here? 9.65 amperes into time 10 seconds by 96,500, and finally what you are going to get, 10 power minus 3 Faraday. That is number of Faradays. Next, you already know here Al3 plus 3 electrons gives rise to Al. So from this 3 Faraday of electricity, if you pass, it gives 1 mole of aluminum means 27 grams. Atomic weight of aluminum 27 grams of aluminum. So from the above data, 10 power minus 3 Faraday of electricity deposits how much? X. So X is equal to 27 into 10 power minus 3 by 3, that is equal to 9 into 10 power minus 3. So 9 into 10 power minus 3 grams is the answer. Calculate the number of Faradays required to electrolyze 6.35 grams of Cu plus aqueous solution, aqueous ions from an aqueous solution. So in the Cu plus electron gives rise to Cu, that is the redox equation involved here. So from this 1 Faraday, right, 1 Faraday of electricity will deposit how much? 63.5 grams of copper. So he is asking number of Faradays for 6.35 grams of C. In order to deposit 6.35 grams of copper, how many Faradays is required? X for 63.5, 1 for 6 for 1 Faraday, right, thank you. So finally X is equal to crisscross 6.35 by 63.5 into 1, so 1 by 10 1 by 10 means 0.1 Faraday. Like this you have to do, students. Next big one. We'll do this 3.65. Do it, students. We'll continue in the next class. Okay.